Hey, Happy New Year and welcome to the first episode of what I would like to call the LaVar Walker Daily Show podcast. And I've done this before. It was only in audio form, but here I am now. So Happy New Year. How was your New Year? I hope everything was great. I bought mine in as I do all years when I'm not working and doing a comedy show. I bought it in on the couch, sleeping with my wife and child, just listening to Baby Boy or whatever. I don't even watch the New Year's Eve shows. I don't look at none of that shit. I just slept. I slept. There's a lot of people my age are probably sleeping. If you're over 40, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all and go out to celebrate New Year's Eve. I mean, I get it. It is a new year. It's something, but I always look at New Year's Eve as a way to reflect, to be around family and people that I genuinely love and they genuinely love me. I couldn't get too much sleep last night because the firecrackers and shooting at 3 or 4 in the morning. But that's okay because I love my people. You're talking to a black man that lives in an all-black community, and I love each and every one. But damn, it sounded like Ukraine as I was trying to lay down and get some rest. And a lot of times on New Year's Eve when the firecrackers go off, you say, okay, that's cool. It's 12 a.m. It's a new year. You don't mind. You listen to the guns go off for, 20 or 30 minutes, but then that time begins to increase and it gets quiet and bah, 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 and it increases over and over again for hours and hours. And when you get to about 4:30 in the morning, that's when you're going to go outside and go, hey, nigga, we know it was New Year's 3 or 4 hours ago. We're in the year. There's no reason for you to continuously pop weapons. It's obvious that some of my neighbors actually have cannons. I know there will be no doors kicked in my immediate area because if anybody kicks them, I live. Based on the amount of firepower that I heard, you're going to have a long, long walk back to the car, or you're going to be in the upper room immediately. I heard guns, sound like I heard bombs, cannons. I think I might even heard a nigga shoot a laser 3 times. Pew, pew. Like I saw some light spark. It was crazy. But every year on New Year's Eve, like I say, when I'm not working, I'm at home. And I typically often fall asleep even before it's New Year's. Like I need my and going to sleep and taking naps. If you saw me on the Peacock special I did on the LOL network, I know a lot of comics think they just came up with that, but you didn't. But if you go watch that on Peacock right now, it's playing over and over again, how I talk about sleep and the importance of sleep and how I wish there was like a sleep team. They should have, sleep should be a sport for people over 40s, for who can get the best sleep. Because ain't nothing like getting good sleep, and you brag about it. You look at your boy, I got some good sleep. How you look at somebody, man, I got some good goddamn sleep. I stretched out, my breathing was right. They should just have somebody really like some sleep offs. Wouldn't that be great for people over 40? We just have sleep competitions to see who can sleep the most peacefully and get that good breath in, get that deep, deep breathing and go into that REM sleep, where the eyeballs roll into the back of the head and you're in deep thought, and then that body hits the right temperature with a cool comforter and cool pillows. So this is beginning of the new year. I said to myself, you know what? On top of doing the side-by-side videos, on top of doing 2 Virgos and a mic with Special K, I said to myself, man, you have to kick this off again. Now, I originally started doing this podcast years and years ago, but I burnt myself out. I would get up every day and just talk. I used this app called Anchor to distribute the podcast, and I would just talk, and I just burned myself out, and work kind of kicked up for me, and I stopped. Now, I'm not going to say I'm not going to stop. I might not show up tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not going to put all that pressure on myself, but I know I'm going to make attempts. to show up each and every day, especially for the first quarter of 2023. Can you believe it? We made it. 2023. We all made it to 2023. Can you believe this, man? Whatever's left in humanity and in the world, we are here now. We are here to love one another, to show love to each other, and even have more empathy. So the first thing I want to talk about today is Andrew Tate. If you don't know who Andrew Tate is, Andrew Tate goes by the name Andrew Tate, Triple G. Andrew Tate was an ex-MMA fighter, and he goes around on the internet. And some people lay him as a misogynist, womanizer, or whatever. And a lot of people also believe that he speaks the truth. Now, recently, Andrew Tate was just locked up on charges of sexual trafficking. Now, I'm going to take the road of innocent until proven guilty, because I don't want to make any assumptions on this page. And, I don't. But based off the video that I saw and the way Andrew Tate talks about women, so not muscular, and he a fighter or whatever. He gets a lot of women. He often talks about women, maybe not accepting accountability and just women doing women things, because this is a whole universe on the internet about men versus women, and everybody just goes back and forth, similar to the whole Kevin Samuels era. But Andrew Tate is Kevin Samuels literally on steroids or some shit. He's on another level. So what happened, he was in Romania. He got into a Twitter feud with a young lady by the name of Greta Thunberg, who is an environmentalist who is trying to desperately save the planet from global warming, increase carbon dioxide emission, all that shit. So he goes back, he says something slick. I want you to see my Bugatti, because he talks like that. Even though the nigga's from Chicago, he talks like that. But I guess he grew up in London or something like that. And they go back and forth, and then he does a video showing a pizza box, and he happened to be in Romania, which is where he was caught. Now, based on the charges that the Romanian governor gave him, they got him on sexual trafficking, but they got him on this law called a honey boy law, which states that this is where a man, somehow entices a woman to come stay with him on the basis that he wants to have a relationship, but then he snatches it away. Now, based on this Romanian law, I'm thinking every male on earth would be in jail, because men are going to say whatever they can to get some ass, especially when you're young. They're going to lie. They're going to do whatever. So anyway, he's locked up, and I was watching videos on YouTube, and it's showing him talking about running a OnlyFans business where he had ended up with 75 girls working for him on OnlyFans in like 4 different countries. So he was basically pimping OnlyFans, allegedly pimping women to do OnlyFans. And then there's just so much video of him talking about, they have video of him look like he's assaulting a woman. Then they have video of him saying to the women that he's had what they can and cannot do. And like I say, he's innocent until proven guilty, but it looks horrible. Based off the footage that I've seen, it looks like he's going to be sitting in that penitentiary for quite some time. I don't know how he'll beat this. He also said that the Matrix was coming to get him or some shit, and that he goes on to say that he moved to Romania to even avoid criminal prosecution hard, or it's difficult or some shit like that. But yeah, they got him. And this is quite unfortunate. They got him and his brother, went and picked him up off of pizza boxes. So a lot of influencers out there, you need to be careful about the shit you're showing online. You need to protect those addresses. People will come get you. They will come get you. They see shit in the back. As you can see, you can't see nothing in my background. Nothing is going to expose where I'm at right now. Who knows? I could be in a basement. I could be anywhere. Maybe in my garage. I could be like overseas somewhere, and this could be a green screen behind me. Who knows? But everybody, you just very unfortunate for Andrew Tate. However, if you were assaulting women and holding them hostage, you're definitely getting what your ass deserve. And I don't need anybody coming on here telling me this is a conspiracy because Andrew Tate was telling the truth. Like I don't want to hear that shit. You know, you can look up to a person and still, hold them accountable for their actions. You know what I mean? You can't. A lot of times people want to go right and not go left, but there has to be some middle ground. And like I say, a lot of the things Andrew Tate, I rock with. But if you holding women hostage and then you somehow manipulating them to do a bunch of OnlyFans videos because 75 women and you just pimping and they giving you the money and some shit, like it's just very, very weird. So, and I guess on these OnlyFans videos, which they will show, I guess they're doing sexual acts and exploiting themselves on these OnlyFans videos, and maybe he's holding the camera and collecting the money. Now, with that being said, I don't know why he want to do it. This guy's extremely wealthy. He has Bugattis. And he has mansions, and he has private jets, and he has muscle, and he flies all over the world. I don't know why he would want to do such thing, and I don't think that he would be as stupid as we think he would be. His father was a grand chess master. This guy is highly intellectual. But a lot of times dealing in this internet space, dealing in this space of attention, sometimes the ego can take over and you get so powerful and so big to a point where you kind of want to get caught doing some stupid shit. That's what I'm seeing a lot, because every host, every video, even though it has potential to go viral, it also has a potential to be your last video, to be a video where, you say some stupid shit and you fucking incriminate yourself. Because if you go look at a series of videos that this guy has done based on sexual trafficking, he has definitely self-snitched on himself. And it looked like some rap shit. Like, niggas like to talk tough and do all that shit, and they end up telling on themselves, because in this current age that we're living in 2023, attention is definitely currency now. Attention is currency. So people are willing to do anything, say anything to get that clickbait, to get that bite, so that somebody will look at them and view them, and hopefully they will amass some success. And you can see it, get people to show up. There's a lot of social currency that we have going on now, because people want to know that guy. Hey, that's your boy right there. That's what's happening right now. And the internet would be a let out of the bottle, even though it's created a lot of wealth, a lot of opportunity for people. I don't knock it. I love to use it. But about getting into the creator influencer lane, as you climb the ladder, with great power comes great responsibility. In the name of Spider-Man, they say this shit on Spider-Man, great power comes great responsibility. So there's a lot of shit going on in rap culture. Today, my wife sent me a TikTok of Jada Kiss. Jada Kiss was being interviewed by Joe Budden, and Jada Kiss had his father accompany him on the Joe Budden podcast, because Jada Kiss and his father are opening up a coffee shop. Now, in this particular video, Jada Kiss's father goes on to say that Jada Kiss grew up in a two-parent home and went to lost my breath, because me just looking at Jada Kiss, I don't know. I didn't really listen to his lyrics. I don't know what he said in his lyrics or talked in his lyrics. I listen to beats, as 99% of people do. But based on the perception I got of Jada Kiss, I thought this nigga was raised by wolves under a Brooklyn bridge. I'm just going to be honest with you. I did not know that he came from selling ourselves and profiting off of our own traumas in the community. And some reason as Black people, we sit up here and we want to glorify street niggas in the neighborhood or some type of gangsta ass niggas, and it's to our own detriment, unfortunately. So this guy's made millions of dollars off of this image that he portrayed, when I think he could have rapped about actually coming from a dual parent home and going to private school. You know what I mean? I think, we need to be proud of this shit. I tell my son often, son, be proud of where you're from. Be proud that you're in private school. Be proud that you have a mother and father that love you. That's something that we should not be ashamed of as Black people, but we need to poke our chest out. Now, we do have other brothers and sisters that are in certain situations that we have empathy for. But at the same time, we shouldn't be shunned from coming from a loving home or coming from a place where people love us. And so to those people, back in the 90s and shit, every nigga had to do, nigga, I'm from these motherfucking streets, nigga. You feel me, nigga? I'm from the bottom, nigga, all day. This what I do, motherfucker. Shoot them up, bang, all this old shit. And it's almost like you want to get this nigga a badge of honor. Instead, kids today need to look at that guy and go, man, that is rather unfortunate. And I'm very sorry to hear that. And I have empathy for you, my brother. However, I'm from a family that loved me, family of means, and I did not go through that. And I don't want my children to go through that. That is the reason why we try to progress in society. That is the reason why we are holding hands at these marches and all that shit, because we don't want our children living in these conditions. And we should be standard of some type of badge of honor to be Black because we from the hood. I mean, we all from the hood, but goddamn, we all eventually want to get out. And it's unfortunate a lot of times that the elitist Blacks, those in high places, often sell that shit back to us and say, nah, this what's up. But they typically live in Beverly Hills behind privacy fences right next door to the, quote, oppressor, or the white man that's caused all that trauma. That's his next door neighbor. And I don't want to get too deep in this because I know people are going to be like, man, what the fuck? What you talking about, man? This shit ain't real. All that you think you got a little show, you special motherfucker. I hear you, and it's okay because I love you and I have empathy for you. But I was blessed to come from a dual parent home and a father that beat my ass. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was loved. I can't be a wolf. That's what I was loved. I'm not tough. I'm just not. I'm square. I'm an L7, dog. Like, I don't want no smoke, baby. You know what I'm saying? I really don't, Nick Cannon was criticized by Andy Cohen. That shit is going on in the news right now, where Andy Cohen took a little jab at him and asked him, Nick Cannon, when he was going to get a vasectomy. And Nick Cannon responded to that by saying, his body, his choice. And I say, right on, Nick. Keep impregnating these women, keep making these homes. Hopefully you can keep fueling that private jet up to visit all 13 of your children for every birthday, every holiday. And you just keep going. Because guess what? He has the money. It's okay when you have the money. Shit. People line up when you got the paper. You could just pay somebody, babies can become a check. Right? That's good. This is a businessman. He's a Black multimillionaire businessman. Why can't he go out and he can write they just need a check. Or the mama needs a check. I don't know. But it's okay. And it's not right for Andy Cohen to call Nick Cannon out for having all these children. And it wouldn't even be right for anybody to call those women out for lining up. Right? That's their business. That doesn't have anything to do with anybody. Like, who cares if those children grow up with questions saying, well, why wasn't Dad here? And why do I have 12 or 13 half brothers? What am I, just a check? Well, nobody gives a fuck about that's okay. Nobody cares about that's okay, Nick. Keep doing your thing. Because who gives a fuck, right? As long as you got money. It's all that matters, and especially when we're going through a depopulation crisis right now, just in the U.S., because people are not having sex, people are not really having children at a level to keep us sustainable, because we're a relatively small country with only 330 million people, and that's very small in size when you think that Texas can house us all. Texas can probably house everybody in the country and everything is empty. And I know a lot of you living in New York, they're like, you a lie, this shit packed, even Atlanta, but you fail to think about other states with way less dense populations like Alabama, Kansas, Idaho, Utah. These are wide open. Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota. We always look over these places, those places. I mean, shit, people ain't even in Ohio. Like about. Also in Missouri, they have a homeless problem, and I just saw that. So in Missouri, let me pull that up. I'm gonna pull this up right now. Yeah, Missouri homeless. So now in Missouri, it is a crime for homeless people to sleep on state-owned land, including under bridges and sidewalks. The first offense gets a warning, and the second offense gets a misdemeanor, punishable by 15 days in prison or a $750 fine. This is what they're doing to homeless people, okay? They can't sleep. They're going to get 15 days in prison or a $750 fine. Them a home and meals. I'm sure this is work out for the best, because I can tell you right now, if I'm homeless in Missouri, I'm going to make sure that I show up at that exact same spot, and so I can get my 15 days. If we could fucking head. This is insane. This is just the dumbest shit ever. And you go charge me a $750 fine that I can't pay. I'm homeless, nigga. Where am I going to get the $750 from? This is where we at right now? This is really where we at? Like, come on. So I be going to jail every day. Shit, I get off the streets. Especially you can eat, you got food, you taken care of. So that's that. And I'm going to wrap up this podcast. You guys let me know how you like it. I'm just going to come in every day, just talk about a couple topics, and then still, you know what I mean, do the side-by-side videos. Do what I do. Subscribe to Two Virgos and a Mic. Keep it right here. I will be at the Arlington Draft House February 25th. I want y'all to make sure to get those tickets if you are in the Arlington, Virginia area. Praise God. Amen. Amen. I know a lot of y'all are looking to be like, I don't know if he looked like Judge Mathis or Bishop Paul Morton, or is it Jalen Rose? Who could it be? It's one of the three, right? So listen, check me out, Arlington Draft House. I'm going to do this, man. I'm going to do this. Y'all let me know what you think. And we'll get better as we go. So thank you guys for tuning in. This is the LaVar Walker Daily Show podcast. Love you all. Happy New Year. Nothing but blessings to all of you. And I 100% appreciate the support. We have grown, especially on Facebook, to 63,000 followers and supporters. And I mean, I love you all. I really appreciate the love. I know I just be talking crazy to the side-by-side video, but it means the world to me. So thank each and every one of you. I'm LaVar Walker. This is LaVar Walker Daily Show podcast. See you. I'm out, man.